our membership base is basically 1% of 1% of the population in Nigeria.
Hi everyone, Yakuma Ritz from How We Made It in Africa here. In 2024, private equity firm Verod Capital invested in iFitness, which is a chain of gyms in Nigeria. In a recent interview with Verod founder Danladi Verheijen, there's a link to the full interview in the description. He explained why gyms are such a good business opportunity in Nigeria. But before I play the clip, I just want to quickly remind you about our new book, How We Made It in Africa 2, which is out now. It features 15 stories of entrepreneurs turning opportunity into profit on the continent. The link to buy the book is also in the description. Okay, let's listen to Danladi. And then another one of your portfolio companies is iFitness, which is basically a chain of gyms, fitness centers in Nigeria. Can you maybe talk a bit about what attracted you to that business, what growth opportunities you see for it, and then who would be a likely buyer for that business?
Yeah, so iFitness is one of my favorite investments. I think it just shows the opportunity set that exists in our markets. So iFitness is a chain of gyms. We've got 30 gyms in our chain. Now, 30 is actually a pretty small number, right? I think South Africa has chains, Virgin Active with a few hundred gyms. You've got thousands in most other countries. But if you look at opportunity set, iFitness is 7 times larger than the second largest chain in all of West Africa, right? And this is just for 30 gyms. Now, our membership base is basically 1% of 1% of the population in Nigeria. It's literally nothing. We're still just scratching the surface. Again, we're 7 times larger than the second largest player, right? I think the UK, maybe 16 to 18% of the population goes to a gym. In the US, it's 25 to 30%. So literally, we could be 1,000 times larger, right? Companies growing extremely fast, EBITDA growing north of 100% per year, year on year. So it's like very, very fast. Um, it really targets the young African sort of growing demographic, right? There's a much bigger emphasis now on health, on wellness, on community. And health is not just physical health, so that's just the mental health aspects of having these communities. The operators for iFitness, the founder is a phenomenal operator, and we think this business will go extremely far. In terms of buyers, we think there are 2 potential sets of buyers. One is a strategic who may want to come in. We already, as we're scaling in Nigeria and scaling across Nigeria, we're looking at opening up branches in Ghana. We're looking at opening up branches in Ivory Coast. So there might be a strategic who would not have come into our markets if, to acquire a player with 20 gyms, 30 gyms. But when you start getting to 50, 70, 80 gyms across 3 countries, that could be an interesting platform for strategic to take it to the next level. At the same time, we're looking at potentially listing the business. The Nigerian Stock Exchange is witnessing a bit of a resurgence. There is a significant pull, significant demand for new issuances on the exchange. And we've been approached by bankers who suggested that iFitness could be a good candidate to go public. And that's one of the things we're looking at. So that may happen in the near future.
Thanks for watching. The link to the full interview is in the description. Our new book, How We Made It in Africa 2, Real Stories of Entrepreneurs Turning Opportunity into Profit, is also available now. You can buy the paperback and ebook versions from the link in the description.